Right now, it's 6 union workers at Gunderson by Amplify picketing for their retirement benefits. And the incredible story of one man's road to recovery after being diagnosed with brain cancer.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is on assignment. Mayor Shondell Washington Spivey meeting with school officials just a short time ago. So what exactly happened? News 8 Now's Grace Monk is here with the answer. Grace.
Mayor Washington Spivey and Common Council members weighed in on the future of the La Crosse School District. The district is holding a series of focus groups to help create a vision for La Crosse schools. Council members shared ways they think the district could improve to better serve the community and students. This includes providing more teacher support and preparing students for life after graduation. The superintendent says it's important to consider the needs of the community.
The point of the learning today is for the school districts to listen, to take notes, to understand what's important to our community, both what's going on right now and for the future.
Council members also praised the district for their community collaboration efforts and caring staff. The district has also allowed community members to weigh in as well. In the newsroom, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Grace. Happening now, Governor Tony Evers is in Eau Claire. He's visiting Lippert Components. It's part of the governor's statewide tour, pushing for investments into the state's workforce. Lippert was given a $400,000 training grant in 2024 in partnership with the Chippewa Valley Technical College. Evers says the grant allows their partnership to continue to thrive by providing real skills to the students.
We have another gorgeous evening ahead of us. Stay in the 80s for the next couple hours. Very nice temperatures out there. Maybe a little warm for some of us, but overall, pretty nice evening. Sunny skies right now in La Crosse, looking at 85 degrees. Temperatures just hit their highs. We're coming down a little bit now in Eau Claire. 84, the high was 85. Still under those sunny skies. A light breeze out of the south blowing around 10 to 15 miles an hour. However, that should really start to die down now as we go throughout the next couple hours in the evening. Here's a look at those area highs, though. 85 in both La Crosse and Eau Claire. It's looking like these temperatures are here to stay for the next few days. However, we do have a cool down coming up, so if you're not a fan of this heat, then you do have something to look forward to. Otherwise, if you're enjoying it like a lot of us, then you have a very good evening ahead of you for it. Seeing temperatures staying in the 70s for most of the evening, really already sitting at 70 by around 10 p.m., so our overnight lows are looking pretty mild tonight. One thing that we are still monitoring this evening, though, is that our elevated fire concern across portions of the area, mainly north of I-90, something to use a little extra caution for if you have any grilling or campfire plans tonight. Otherwise, we have pretty nice conditions going through the rest of the week, so I'll break it all down coming up in the full forecast.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Nicole. Well, more details on that officer-involved shooting near Black River Falls. It happened this morning. According to the sheriff's office, a suspect fled from a traffic stop near North Sand Prairie Road in Hickston. During the encounter, an officer reportedly discharged their firearm. The driver was hit and hospitalized in critical condition.
There was a discharge from a deputy during the incident. From there, the person is seeking medical treatment for injuries.
The officer was wearing a body camera at the time of the shooting. They're now on desk assignment per the agency's policies while the shooting is being investigated. Amplify by Gunderson workers are trying to protect their retirement security. A rally was held today in La Crosse. Right now, negotiations are going on. A big concern, a change to their 401k plans, specifically removing guaranteed employer contribution for union workers.
It's very important for me to get this 401 and for them not to take it away. I have worked here for over 9 years, and I've always counted on this 401 to contribute to my retirement.
Amplify released a statement saying in part, Gunderson is offering to provide employees covered by a union with the same retirement contribution as non-union employees with the same upside and downside risk. Well, May is Brain Cancer Awareness Month. Each year, around 25,000 people are diagnosed with the disease. News 8 Now's Allison Ferget spoke with one Westby man about his cancer journey and his miraculous road to recovery.
Last autumn, Scott Hall was diagnosed with an aggressive brain cancer with a 5-year survival rate of only 6%. After initially being told he would just have months to live, a second opinion gave Scott another chance at life.
A moment changes everything.
Last November, Scott Hall started to struggle with his speech.
He had garbled speech. I couldn't even understand what he was saying and took him to the emergency room.
Scott was given a devastating diagnosis, glioblastoma, a highly aggressive form of brain cancer. His tumor was close to his brain's speech center, which would complicate surgery. Because of that, doctors said the tumor was inoperable. Scott was given just months to live.
I was shocked.
But Scott's son Todd had an idea. He suggested his dad seek another opinion from the UW Health Carbone Cancer Center. That's when the Halls met neurosurgeon Mustafa Baskaya, a specialist in complex brain tumors.
I'll go over the MRIs, CTs.
After reviewing the scans, Dr. Baskaya determined Scott would benefit from surgery. So, just over a week after being diagnosed with a deadly, inoperable brain tumor, Scott was in surgery to remove it.
So a complete turnaround in, the treatment prognosis.
Because the tumor was near Scott's speech center, he had to be awake during surgery, answering questions from the medical team to make sure they weren't affecting his speech.
They kept saying to me, good answers, good answers.
Within a few hours, Baskaya fully removed the tumor.
It was a relief. The things were happening so fast and just a whirlwind of, emotion, but we made it through and we just kept forging ahead.
After a few days in recovery, doctors told Scott he could go home.
He's a tough guy. Tough Wisconsinites.
To prevent any spread of the disease, Scott underwent radiation treatments over the next 6 weeks. He's also finishing oral chemotherapy from home.
Scott's able to get out and mow the lawn, do the yard work, so kind of business as usual right now.
Scott is looking forward to a summer of baseball games and family time, something that felt out of reach just months ago.
Don't give up on your dreams. Never give up.
The Halls also want to encourage people to get a second opinion because it was life-saving for them. Reporting in the studio, Allison Fergit, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Allison. Coming up, from prison cells to paychecks, how a local program is transforming the lives of former inmates.
Your life, your money, your way. Ultra's A+ accounts are made for you. No monthly fees, no minimum balance, no hassle. Now that's something to dance about. What are you waiting for? Open an account online today.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Now, well-qualified buyers can get 0.9% financing for 60 months on this Silverado. That's over $6,600 in average finance savings. Visit HometownChevy.com.
We see you out there, making the most of every moment.
Happy birthday, buddy.
One big, bright idea at a time. And at Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it. By offering best-in-class products and dependable solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. So when the work's all done, you can find value to enjoy the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers? Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines. US Cellular, built for us.
Looking for a new ride? At Ultra, we know some family members are pickier than others. Apply today at driveultra.org and find a ride that makes everyone happy. No payments for 90 days. Driver tested, puppy approved. Ultra Federal Credit Union.
It's a sobering statistic. 3.7 million people in America are labeled life on paper. They're people on parole or probation. And one of their biggest hurdles, getting a job. But a local program is giving recently released people a second chance at life.
Realistically, how many jobs have you applied for since you got released?
Like 75, 80.
It's a harsh reality for those living life on paper.
When I left jail that day, I told myself I'm never, ever, ever going back.
Life on the outside hits harder than they imagined.
I want to go to school, still go to school and get a degree. Okay. The degree goes farther, you know?
Chris Barker knows it all too well. He was released from the La Crosse County Jail 3 years ago. He wants to work for the city of La Crosse as an MTU bus driver.
And I want to go to school and drive buses at the same time because they make good money. They're making $23, $24 an hour.
But it's not an easy journey when you have a history behind bars.
People assume about our background. And that's what's one of our biggest barriers, my barriers.
According to the Census Bureau, former inmates are 17% less likely to be employed.
If someone could know something about you that had nothing to do about your criminal background, what would that be?
That's where Project Proven comes in, a program inmates can take as they reintegrate back into society, complete with opportunities to earn their GED, college credit, and improve their chances of landing work.
We're trying to provide that safe space for people to kind of come and feel like they can just be themselves.
Colin Walsh has worked with the project for 11 years.
I can't get past a background check, or I don't even know really where to start.
Here, they learn resume and interview skills, how to navigate the tough questions about their pasts.
Let's just build some work history, let's get, a good work reference and see where things can go from there.
They also learn how to keep a job once they're hired.
You got this momentum, it's like when reality sinks in, it's easy to get overwhelmed and maybe fall back into some bad habits.
But not many businesses are willing to give folks a second chance. Tristan Landers was hired by the Pizza Ranch in La Crosse after serving 10 months in La Crosse County Jail. Today, she's the general manager.
If there's something that you want that you don't see, holler at me and I'll get it made for you, okay?
Love having a garage. I love having a garage door opener and paying my bills on time, like watching my credit score go up.
She feels it's her duty to give former inmates the same opportunity. Benjamin Weezy reached out to Tristan after his release.
Knowing where she came from to even holding a job was like a huge feat in and of itself.
She started him as a guest attendant. Now he's the assistant general manager.
I've went from being homeless on the streets, sleeping in parks, outside Walmarts, to having the position I do now.
Currently, half of the staff at Pizza Ranch are former inmates. According to JP Morgan Chase, unemployed individuals with a criminal record cost the U.S. $78 to $87 billion a year. Having a job decreases a former inmate's chances of going back to prison, lessens crime rates, and pumps tax dollars back into community resources.
If we just give them a chance, they're gonna knock your socks off.
The goal is to create a ripple effect.
If we can just play a small part in that and teach them, responsibility or accountability, if they can take that with them on their journey.
His advice to those looking towards the next chapter of freedom?
It's really, truly just taking it one problem or one hurdle at a time and just knowing that every step forward is a step closer to your goal.
Now, there are many businesses in the Coulee region, aside from Pizza Ranch, that are committed to providing career advancement for people with criminal records. Some of those include McDonald's, Best Buy, and the Home Depot. For a full list of second chance businesses in the area, you can go to our website, news8000.com. But we'll have more news ahead, but first,
Yeah, coming up in your full forecast, we do have an end in sight for the warmth, but it's not going to come for a couple of days. I'll have all the details on how cool we're looking at getting coming up right after the break.
Don't be this guy this summer. Be this guy. Call Flox Heating and Air Conditioning for a free estimate to get an Amana home comfort system today.
Comfort, style, and savings. Come in now for the FlexSteel Spring Gallery Custom Order and Floor Sample Sale. Get 50% off select floor models and 40% off all custom orders. International Furniture, I-90, Exit 2, La Crosse.
At Overhead Door Company, we repair any garage door and only install the best. Serving up to 100 miles outside of the Onalaska, Wisconsin area. When you need a door company you can trust with your life, call Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
At Vernon Memorial Healthcare, we believe in your birth, your way. From prenatal visits to postpartum care, we provide continuous support, respect your birth plan, and ensure a smooth transition from pregnancy to parenthood. With expert lactation consultants and a comforting home-like environment, we're here for you before, during, and after delivery. Vernon Memorial Healthcare, where your journey is in caring hands.
Where there's a flooded basement, musty crawl space, or wood rot, there's an answer. American Waterworks. For more than 30 years, American Waterworks has been solving homeowners' toughest waterproofing problems. Schedule your free inspection and estimate today.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
today a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Comfort, style, and savings. Come in now for the FlexSteel Spring Gallery Custom Order and Floor Sample Sale. Get 50% off select floor models and 40% off all custom orders. International Furniture, I-90, Exit 2, La Crosse.
Don't be this guy this summer. Be this guy. Call Flox Heating and Air Conditioning for a free estimate to get an Amana home comfort system today.
Well, temperatures are looking to be pretty nice this evening, but we still are monitoring a bit of concern for fire weather conditions. As you can see, most of our area is sitting in this yellow, which is a special weather statement. That's going to be just to be extra cautious tonight because it is a little bit dry out there. We do have a light breeze, but we're definitely not seeing winds strong enough to cause for extreme concern like we're seeing off to our west and the north with those widespread areas of red flag warning. So it's a good evening. Maybe you want to start a campfire a little bit later tonight or even grill up some food for dinner. Make sure you're using extra caution or just waiting another day because it looks like these conditions should really start to lessen up as we even go into tomorrow. Here's a look at our relative humidity from this afternoon. Once we see those values start to drop below 30%, especially below 25%, that's when you start to see a little bit of a cause for concern, and that's exactly where most of us were this afternoon. As we look towards tomorrow, though, we usually see this moistening overnight, but even going into tomorrow afternoon, it's looking like we won't be as dry. Still some areas north of I-94 seeing relative humidity values around 30%, but winds aren't looking to be as strong tomorrow, so it's looking like conditions should start to clear up a little bit, especially as we get later into the week. Going into our lows tonight, very warm out there, so you might not even need that campfire. We're seeing lows actually staying in the upper 50s out there, and really the rest of this evening will be staying in the 70s, so a really nice night ahead of us. And then going into tomorrow's, slightly cooler for some spots, especially south of I-90. That's when we could see some additional cloud coverage starting to move in the afternoon, making slight impacts to those highs. Much of the area south of I-90 has a good chance of actually staying in the low 80s and upper 70s. Otherwise, everybody else still getting back into the mid 80s. With that additional cloud coverage, we could see a couple isolated showers and thunderstorms popping up, again, mainly near and south of I-90. You can start to see them popping up here in the afternoon hours. Again, very isolated, not widespread at all. Most of us should actually be staying mostly dry. However, we could still see some light activity, very brief as well, popping up through the late afternoon and early evening hours, but we should clear out by after 6 p.m. tomorrow. As far as additional precipitation goes, we actually have more chances in the forecast. Another chance similar to what we're seeing tomorrow comes up on Wednesday, but a good shot at some showers and potential thunderstorms past passes through on Thursday, that could bring some widespread rain to the area, the first good chance in a while, and even some more rain chances as we go into the start of next week. As far as temperatures go, once those thunderstorm chances pass through on Thursday, that system's actually bringing much cooler air into the area. Look at this, our high on Friday, 72. That's right near our average line. But until then, we're staying in the 80s. Actually going to be close to the average high as we go into tomorrow, high of 84. That record high in La Crosse is sitting at 90. So it's going to be close. We're going to have to make up some ground, but we're definitely going to be getting up there. And then that system on Thursday, again, is really going to be the difference maker. We could see some thunderstorm activity with that, but behind it, much cooler air funneling into the area, actually seeing high temperatures return to the mid-60s out there.
Yeah,
So
a bit of
difference.
a change from this past weekend.
It's going to feel a little bit chilly, especially after these 80s.
Yeah, but it won't last long, right?
We'll see.
We'll
see.
I know May's up in the air always,
Hopefully.
so we'll see. All right, thank you, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, Packers coordinators speaking with the media for the first time this offseason. Plus, the UWL Eagles are preparing for their regional baseball. Details on their Friday matchup next with Jacob.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Slow or clogged sink, toilet, or main drain? Maxwell White can help. Ask about our $99 mainline drain opening special. Includes a free camera inspection. Address the root problem now to avoid costly repairs or future damage. Call or book online today.
Isn't it time you turn your backyard into the oasis you've always wanted? Come to La Crosse Fireplace Company and find your outdoor setup. Imagine gathering with family and friends around your wood-fired pizza oven. Sit back and relax around your new fire table. Available in different sizes and styles to fit your lifestyle and budget. Stop in this month and receive 15% off all in-stock outdoor products. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is outside by the fire.
Get an 11% rebate on Pittsburgh paints and stains at Menards. Ultra-advanced semi-transparent exterior stain and sealant-in-one can be applied to damp wood, allowing you to clean the surface and stain in one day. Get a gallon starting at $35.49 after rebate. Paramount Exterior Wood Stain is a premium stain and sealant-in-one. It provides enhanced waterproofing protection and resists cracking and peeling for the most durable finish. A gallon starts at $39.95 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome to the most honest commercial you've ever seen. Not the cleanest, just the most honest.
Today, we're fixing a home's foundation.
I mean, that is like the most common thing to see in the world.
Pretty common, yeah.
Right.
So it's the soil that's eroding away, causing those cavities, those voids that the foundation then wants to settle into.
And then you guys with your superhero capes show up and fix everything.
Yes, sir.
Get a free and honest inspection with Innovative Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Sick of running out of hot water? The professionals at Maxwell White are here to handle all of your water heater needs. Our licensed technicians can install, repair, or replace any type of water heater with same-day or next-day service. Call Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, we had plenty of fun with the UWL Eagles back in the March Madness postseasons on the basketball court, but we flipped the calendar a couple pages, and today the baseball team gathered to hear their name called for the NCAA D3 Baseball Championships. And thanks to a 33-9 overall mark this season, La Crosse was chosen as one of the teams lucky enough to host the weekend action in the regional round. The Eagles came in fairly certain they'd make the 64-team field, but were unsure about the possibility of being at home. And now that's a factor that head coach Chris Schwartz says could be a huge advantage.
Yeah, they get to sleep in their own beds. I mean, that's huge, and they're very, very familiar with Copeland Park. There's pros and cons to being on the road or being at home, but being at home definitely is better for them. They're familiar, especially the way we play, the style of baseball that we play in our park. Nobody wants to play us at home.
And this UWL team has no shortage of postseason experience, and the desire to bring this program to heights it hasn't been to is something Caleb Maddle and Mac Bourne both feel.
It's just been fun. We created lots of friendships and bonds over the past 5 years, and people that I'm going to remember forever, and relationships I'm going to continue to grow on and develop.
Yeah, it's been a blessing. I mean, the guys that I've been playing with to this day, and guys that have graduated, it's really been great. So to be able to get one more shot at it, I mean, I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to it.
First pitch between the Eagles and Bethany Lutheran College set for 11 a.m. on Friday at Copeland Park. Well, the Packers coordinators took the podiums today at Lambeau Field to chat about the offseason and answer various questions on their respective units. It's been a much different offseason for defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley, as he now has a season under his belt, and the message was loud and clear from Hafley.
I need to be better this year. Our coaches need to coach better. Our players need to play better. We just don't want to stay the same. We want to be better. We lost in the playoffs. That wasn't good enough. You know, we felt like we could have played better, even in that last game when the score was 16-10 and we gave up a field goal. I get it. We did some good things in that game, but we could have had another stop.
And more excitement later this week for the Packers fans as the schedule is set to release Wednesday at 7 p.m. And the T-Wolves will look to make it a 3-1 series lead against the Warriors tonight at 9 on ESPN. Still no Steph Curry for Golden State. I'll have a score update for you later at 10. That's sports. One final look at the forecast after this.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Miss a story? See it again or watch us live on YouTube at WKBT News 8 Now.
You wouldn't buy the first vehicle you saw.
Trust me, it's perfectly safe.
I'll take it. So don't hire the first personal injury lawyer you call.
Trust me.
Where do I sign? Object to anything less than the best. Call BGR.
We would like to thank everyone who voted the Board Store Best of Lacrosse, Best in Remodeling, Best in Windows, and several other categories. It is our privilege to serve the community for over 35 years. We owe our success to an amazing team of professionals and a commitment to do things right and do the right thing. If you have home improvement plans, big or small, do call or visit our showroom. Bathrooms, kitchens, windows, doors, sunroom, siding, pergolas, decks, more than you expect for less than you thought. The Board Store Home Improvements, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
Hiring the wrong personal injury attorney can cost you a lot. Researching personal injury attorneys costs you nothing. We're confident that your research will lead you to buy Goff and Rohde. BGR. Object to anything less than the best.
Well, here's another graphic that we haven't had to pull out in quite some time.
These are
the
fun.
air conditioning forecast. You might want to turn it on at least medium speed as we go into tomorrow afternoon. Highs returning to the 80s once again, and it's going to stay that way for a few more days until a good cool down comes just in time for the weekend. A little bit chilly, if you want to call the 60s
May
chilly. I
is
don't even know
teasing
anymore.
us right now. Yeah.
We got a taste of summer.
All right. Definitely. Thank you for joining us tonight at 6. We'll see you at 10.